Today's an interesting day where I get to shout at Blizzard.
Wait, what is this? Please select your levels of agreement for the following statements based on what you have heard about PvE in Overwatch 2. Oh no, what are they? I'm excited for the future of Overwatch. Strongly disagree. Overwatch 2 PvE is not what I expected it to be. Strongly agree. I'm still excited for Overwatch PvE coming to Overwatch 2, even if it wasn't what I expected. Strongly disagree.
I'm finally back.
Blizzard communicates well with their players. Strongly disagree. I will continue playing PvP regardless of PvE availability / quality. Has not filled it out yet. And my opinion of Blizzard has been negatively impacted. Not filled out yet. Let's watch this.
It's an interesting day where I get to shout at
Everything's in
Blizzard
13 months away.
for their stupid ideas on PvE Overwatch. It's great, because I don't know who got given this, but I just opened up Battle there and just in survey here being hidden just randomly, you know, like.
Wait, I wonder if I have that survey.
Like,
Hold up, hang on, I'm gonna take a look. Yeah, you smart bastards. Yeah, I wouldn't give me the survey either. Let's continue.
This is how it loads up normally. You have to scroll, see this shit, and when you open it up, you're told to not advertise. Wait, let me just reopen it. Look, if I go next on this, look at this shit. Please do not forward this.
Wait, what does it say? Hold up. Greetings, Traveler. At Blizzard, every voice matters and we want to hear yours. Their survey is a part of an ongoing research study that is your chance to let Blizzard know, I'm assuming it says no, to know what you think. However, the great power comes with great responsibility. Please, we do ask that you keep this survey and all its contents confidential. Please do not forward this survey to anyone else. Post the link to the survey online. Share screenshots of the survey on social media. Stream images of the survey. Dude, the Blizzard ninjas are coming for your ass, bro. This guy might already be gone. He might be locked up in a basement somewhere in LA. We don't never see him again. If you agree to these simple rules, we would love to hear from you. This survey is expected to last no more than 5 minutes.
Cherry pickers.
Shit. Please do not forward the survey to anyone else. Post the link to the survey online.
Pinkertons are coming! Oh my god.
Survey on social media or stream images of the survey. Well, I'm not doing any of them. I am recording it. So, get idiot.
Wait, a technicality! Oh, a loophole intellectual!
Anyway, so I'm doing this. This is great.
Wait, isn't this streaming image? Wait, no, if it's a recording, is that a stream? Any legal connoisseurs in chat?
Do you know how to find it?
Oh, I'm kidding. You guys are in Twitch chat. None of you guys are that smart.
Which is not against any of these. So, yeah, I would just like to say...
Listen, chat. Lawyers don't got time to be watching Twitch streams. They ain't got time.
By the way, don't know if it's just me because I've been playing Overwatch. Since you could buy it, seeing as I bought Overwatch 1 on pre-release, so I could play it before it came out, and this shit's happening. Or if it's just, you know, they've decided to actually, you know, figure out what the community wants, and, you know, funnily enough, the community, well, what you're doing is kind of just making me want to die.
So, you have any hobbies? Yeah, you know, I play video games. Really? What games do you play? Overwatch. Oh, shit.
I'm gonna give you a piece of advice. Never lead with this.
I like Overwatch too. Like it? Yeah. Who said anything about liking it? You just said you play it though. Yeah, I play it. I don't like it. Why would you play it if you don't like it? What do you mean? You know you don't have to play it if you don't like it. What? Yeah, you don't have to play it. I don't understand. If you don't like it, you don't have
I'm
to
the guy on the right.
play it. If you don't like it, you don't have to play it. Are you okay?
What this is right here is the amount of brain damage you've received from bashing your head against your desk over the last few years. You don't understand anymore.
I gotta go.
You don't look so good.
I gotta.
Chat, you want to know the answer to this? There's actually a legitimate true answer. I will tell you the answer. Do you want to know the answer to this question? Real talk? As someone who's been around in the industry for years, the reason for this is because the way gaming has changed over the last few years is you don't really look forward to the next big PvP release of any game. They don't exist. There is no big PvP gaming. Some people say like X-Defiant is the next Call of Duty killer. Yeah, we'll see. But until then, you have your Call of Duty, you have your Apex, you have your Valorant, you have your Overwatch, and then you have like Fortnite and like, you know what I mean? Like then you have like League and Dota for like other, like those types of categories, and then you have like Final Fantasy and WoW for like MMOs. But the point is though, is all of these companies have realized that all that they have to do is just keep re-upping their machine. They learned from GTA 5 that if you just keep making content over and over and over and selling it, you will endlessly farm money, and it doesn't even take that much effort because you don't have to reprogram a whole game and make a whole new game every year. You just update your current one and put new shit for people to buy and new shit for people to do, and they'll constantly play it. And in a PvP game like Overwatch or Valorant or Fortnite actually discovered their problem. Is once so many years have went by, people get so good at the game and understand it fundamentally that the barrier of entry of getting into a video game is so high that if you try to pick up a game that you don't know and a player base has been around for 3, 4, 5, 6 years around, you get in and you just get shit on. Everyone screams at you because you don't understand what the callouts are, you don't understand what the metas are, you don't understand how characters go together, you don't know how to enter site, you don't know how to play as a team, stuff like that, and it becomes so overwhelming that it's much easier to stay with one game over time and evolve with the player base than to jump ship and go to a completely new game and start over where you're at the bottom and you just get shit on by the entire community because you don't know anything and you get yelled at and people hate it. So what they do is they stay with a single game and just wait for it to get new stuff, because if you go from say Overwatch to Valorant at this point, you're going to be so far behind. You don't know smoke locations, meta comps, call outs, what guns are good, like all of this shit that you'd have to spend countless hours to learn. You would just be behind. So what people do is they stick with what's comfortable and hope for the next big thing that they can play. The next big thing isn't coming because every company has realized to just keep farming the same thing over and over. You get your occasional Elden Rings, top tier games, but Elden Ring is an endlessly replayable PvP game. All the endlessly PvP games have just kind of gotten to the point where you're stuck wherever you are. And all streamers know this. I know this. I talk to Valorant streamers, I talk to Fortnite streamers, I talk to Apex streamers. We all feel the same way, and we all think the grass is greener in a different game because we want to get the fuck out and play something new, but we can't because you'd have to start at the bottom. And if we feel that way as people that can dedicate 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, 200, 300, 1,000 hours into a game, you as someone who is like working a 9 to 5 cannot do that at this point. So you're kind of stuck in a game until something new comes out and then you all jump together. It's interesting.
This brig was using a wall hack during the all game. I tried to report her and her team was defending her. Bruh, Blizzard do better.
They're not even swinging at him. They just want him to know I can see you. Wait, that's hilarious. Wait, that's hilarious. You know, hey, I don't think it's even out yet, the video. But I actually watched a game the other day where there was 3 cheaters in the same game. So there's one guy who's like hard cheating, who's terrible. Like this guy is like literally bottom bronze 5. He's cheating. Some guy on the other team dies 3 or 4 times the guy who's cheating. That guy gets mad. He alt tabs for like 30 seconds. He comes in, he starts cheating, starts shitting on the first guy, cheating. Then there's a Lucio in the game that was playing Mercy. They swap Mercy to Lucio, and then they start cheating versus the first cheater. Then the first cheater starts getting shit on, so he cranks his up to 100 and starts rage hacking. Then the other guy, the second one, starts losing to the first guy because he's rage hacking. The second guy cranks his to 100, And that guy looked like he was like maybe plat to diamond level without the cheats. He cranks his to 100, and they literally walked at each other just like, boop, boop, and just deleted each other out of the game. It was wild. It'll be a video at some point. I'm sure you guys can find it. It's actually kind of sad. I hope Overwatch doesn't have as bad of a cheating problem as people think it does, but what if it does, dude? All right, let's keep going. Any advice? I'm a console Widow main. I'm Masters 5, but I think I can improve. Oh, that's cool. They're looking for some improvement.
I get asked a lot for tips to improve on Widow, so I'll try and cover some basic points on how to improve.
I actually mean this super respectfully. I don't mean to be a dick, but is this AI? Like the voice?
Firstly, this one is quite generic and obvious, but you must play ranked a lot. There is no other substitute, and this needs to be minimum 90% of your time spent improving.
That's not like a person, is it?
You need to be grinding ranked for several hours a day, every day. If you aren't willing to put in top 1% effort, how can you ever expect to get top 1% results?
I mean, it's different on a character where you're just like playing aim, like you're basically playing aim trainer the entire time, but actually at the beginning of the stream today, we were talking about how I only have like 3,000 hours in Overwatch, or 2,700 hours, and people were like, how the f do you have only 2,700 hours? And I showed like J3 has like 8,000. And it's not all about grinding and playtime. A lot of it is also how do you spend that time, you know? I'm not the most mechanically gifted, shocker, but I do understand like macro play, and I understand like I learn from mistakes. I learn how to outplay people just by positioning and making decisions faster than they do. And in tank battles, that means a lot.
Secondly,
So Widow is a little different though. It's a mechanical character, so like I'm not gonna like dismiss it, but there's more than one way to reach the goal.
positioning and putting
That's
yourself
Mary
in
Jane's
spots where
performance.
you can land easy shots is very important. One of the easiest ways to learn these spots is to watch better players.
That's
Just
true.
copy the positions you see them play, and over time, you yourself will learn why these spots are good as you use.
Well, if you want to actually take it to the next level, you don't just copy. You that's like the difference between learning to understand and mimicking what someone said. If you're someone who just parrots and mimics talking points that people make, you'll never understand the talking points. And if someone challenges you on that talking point, you won't know how to respond. But if you listen to understand and learn, you'll actually be able to understand the point you're trying to make, and then you can really articulate it better.
Use
Same
them.
thing happens in gaming, where why did someone make the decision that they're making? The way I used to learn was whenever I watched really like good like professional players play something and I was learning, I would try to predict what they're going to do next, and if I predicted correctly, I would assume that I was making the correct decision, and if I predicted incorrectly, I would try to figure out why my prediction was incorrect.
This will then allow you to come up with new spots on
That's
your
how
own
I
and
learn.
just generally make your macro play on Widow much cleaner. Thirdly, if your goal is truly to become as good at Widow as possible, then you must stop swapping off Widow. If the enemy picks
True.
Ball Tracer Sombra, you must not swap. The
True.
reason most people swap is because it is
But yes
very
and no though, like yeah, if you're getting hard countered, like yeah, it's gonna be way harder to learn. But like if you're actually just trying to grind and learn, like pro players do that a lot. Like they'll just hard force it and don't give a shit because they're trying to learn.
very hard to play Widow into that
But
type
at the
of
same
comp.
time though, you might not play Widow into that comp. So like yeah, you know, it's a give and take.
But that is exactly why
Yes, a lot of people like lose an ego battle like once or twice and they get scared and then they swap.
you must play Widow into it. It is hard. Therefore, you get punished way more for making mistakes. You did a bad grapple, you die. You missed the headshot on the tracer, you die. This forces you to adapt and learn far quicker than versus an
I do
easier
like this
comp.
idea, though.
It's very easy to get stuck in a loop where you
I'm
only
much
play
more a fan
Widow
of this
versus easy
style
comps,
of coaching
and you make the
slash
same mistakes without
approaching
realizing it
something
over
than,
and over again. But you don't get punished in
Be
the
more
rank you're currently in.
soft-handed with it.
Lastly, Widow FFA headshot only can be good for practicing your aim.
What?
There are two things to note, however.
What?
First of all, you need a goal going into it. Don't just autopilot. What I would
Yes.
recommend at first is just trying to hit every shot. Don't worry about speed, that will come later. Just
Yes.
take your time and try
That's
and make
actually
your
really
accuracy as high as possible, making sure you don't rush shots.
Yeah.
Secondly, this kind of goes back to the very first point I made. Don't waste too much time playing this mode. Ranked
Yes.
should be your main focus.
Yes.
This mode can just be something nice
Okay,
to
there used to be a saying back in Overwatch 1 back in like 2016, 2017, 2018 was the best players in the game were the plat Widowmakers. Plat Widowmakers, for some reason, were the best aimers of all time because they would just play headshot lobbies all day long. And they would just they would actually dominate, and like if you played against one in like quick play, you're like, what the f? Like you'd see actually insane players losing 1v1s, and that's because all they knew how to do was duel other Widows. But if you played any other character, it just fell apart.
Play during queue.
It's funny. Okay, that was actually pretty good. I like that. Very rare I come across a tips video that I very much think is good, and I thought that was pretty good.
This is how you should play Reaper.
Oh no. Oh, that's genius. The TP into, yeah. The TP into the same spot. Strat. You'd be surprised how many people don't know about that. It's actually crazy how many people don't know about that. Yeah, that's pretty good.